Well, Mama's right again. Yet again, Mama's right again. I always like to take a second opinion, just in case Mama's not right. But yet again, Mama's right. Unfortunately, this means that my son has just entered the world of steroids and medication in exactly the same way all my other children have. And here lays the two lines now. The naturopathic, homeopathic way, the medical way. We're trying to balance both the same way. So now it really is a case of pushing through all of these labels and getting my kids to the EDS specialists to tell these people we are an EDS family and that is it, and we manage the best that we can, and these are the times that we come in and these are the times that we don't. So now I'm going to go and tell Dean that yet again Mama were right. Bless his little cotton socks, he's fallen asleep, and I'm trying to find out where to park so I can carry him in. If not, I've got to go and park over in my permit space, which is going to be quite a long walk. So yes, yet again, Mama knows best. Yet again, Mama right. Yet again, Mama was spot on. Yet again, Mama were on point. Yet again, Mama on cue. But hey, who listens to the mother of the children that created them in the womb, that gave birth to them, that knows the children inside out, knows every sneeze, every cough? Yes, we need experts out there. Yes, we need doctors. Yes, we need all of these multi-agency facilities. But Mama in control of her own life. I'm the chair of my life, and me. I'm the chair of my home. So anyway, I'm expecting a lot of good stuff and a lot of shitty stuff, and it's all about how I deal with it in the end of the day, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to go and take him in, and it looks like I'm going to have the same battle through this time of chapter that I had with Aaron and Faith. So hopefully this time the difference is I'm getting in and out of these places with no one taking my kids off me. Even the doctor said I could take the mask off. He said no. He said you don't wear the mask. You have respiratory. You take the mask off. We've got the masks on to protect you, because they're there with people all day. And we had a really silly moment of us trying to get out, where we've had to hold out in order for one person and another person to be able to come out the door to make sure we're not crossing paths. It really is silly. It really is silly. What's going on is really silly. But at the end of the day, nobody's got any right to tell anybody else in their life what is right or wrong for that person, because it's right or wrong, right for them. It's right for them. And if I, even in all of you conspiracy people, and if I chose to put my mask on because I'm an EDS Asperger's vocal cord dysfunction and don't want to get ill from your vibes, I want to suffocate already. Hyperventilating behind it already. See, I'm hyperventilating behind it already. I just can't, it's the masks that make you sick, innit? And also, keep reusing this. This is the same mask that I use all the time, by the way, so it's not a new one, it's not a new pack, it's absolutely fucking pointless. So anyway, we are a physical body, we are a spiritual being, and we require to either cut our own hair or have people cut our hair for us, and we can have an image of this ultimate style that we want, but it takes someone to really know our hair to be able to get the best from it. And that takes building up a relationship with somebody consistently over a long period of time to eventually get to know each other, doesn't it? And that's one of the biggest problems with the system. That doctor has no idea how much anxiety I had in there. I didn't tell him. He doesn't know what I'm dealing with and what I'm not dealing with. People can only go on face value. value with people, can't they? So, It's how you as an individual deal with the rest of the world, with the conditions that you live with, and whether people are going to help you or hinder you. But at the end of the day, it's only you that's responsible for it. But if you're in a situation where you're disabled, and that means that there are things that you could do if only you had the right people and right circumstances around you to help you make that happen, which makes you enabled. But unfortunately, we live in a system and a society in this country that the moment you are not perfect, the moment there is something wrong with you, you're just disabled and offshot. And yes, they give people opportunities, but I've even got, you know, somebody in the EDS world who's telling me that, you know, she's a legal secretary and nobody is giving her a chance because, you know, she might have good days and she might have bad days. When it comes to money, mate, it's about profit. It's about, can you get the job done? Are you efficient? Are you gonna get that payday? And that's it. They don't care about whether or not you've got one arm, one leg, and you want to swim across the sea. That's about the people who care for you. They're the ones that help you make that happen. The people who see your heart and know how important something might be to you. And it might not be important to anybody else, but it's important to you. And there's lots of things that are important to me that unfortunately are not important to anybody else. And I can only do them with the help and support from good old medical teams that can put my joints in, or rely on strangers to be able to say, I got EDS, I've just pulled my shoulder out, do you mind just grabbing it and giving me a hand to just wallop it in? I just thought that one day I would just have my dad, my mum, my brothers, my sisters, my uncles and my aunts, and my family that just got it, believed me, believed in me. And if, say, like the situation I'm in now, I could just ring up my dad and say, hey dad, I've got a load of boxes to move down to storage. Obviously my dad is a bit struggling right now because he's had an accident, but it should be a case of call your brothers on your way to give you a hand, or your uncle's on your way to give you a hand, or we're not available at the moment, but Simon is going to come and give you a hand. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, people like us, we don't have that. And we are dependent on the kindness of strangers in moments of crisis. And people believe in us. So anyway, if I dance, I don't have EDS. If I wear roller skates, I can't have such a debilitating condition. If I jump out of an aeroplane, well, you know, something wrong with that. I must have mental health issues. Maybe it's just that I know that I don't have long on this planet, and there's lots that I want to achieve before I go. And I like to make the most of my life, where most people don't. Most people don't mind their lives drifting because they think they've got tomorrow, and they think they've got another year, and they think that they've got their whole lives. Not all of us have that. So we like to achieve what we can achieve when we can. So me losing these 5 years of my life, not just these 5 years, but these 8 years, is a big thing. Because there's so much in that time I could have achieved, so much. Even just in this year, even just what we were achieving at Christmas or trying to. I'm going to be doing a live later because I'm going to be painting over it. I've got some white paint now, so I'm going to be painting over the December stuff and the void that I've been stuck in since the 14th of December now, since the police and social services knocked on my door on the 14th of December. You know, after the anniversary of, you know, kidnapping my kids on the 5th, 13th. So anyway, we're holding stand, and I just hope to God now that Portsmouth are going to really work with me now. This isn't about me working with them. They got to build my trust now. They got to work. They got to earn my trust, and that is the way that it works. They got to earn my trust, and I will work with the people that can work with me with where I am. And if they want to point fingers, or you're mad, you got mental health issues, so what? So what if I need someone to talk to now? You know, I've been on the front line for 10 years now. 10 years. I have heard so many stories of children raped and abused and pillaged. I have heard so many stories of things that have happened and what people have gone through. I need someone to talk to. And that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully, finally, after 42 years and 6 children, finally, we might finally get people saying, wow, you're a fucking amazing woman. You overcome that on a daily basis. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I get up over all of that on a daily basis. And yes, I still fat mum. And I still keep going. And who knows, one day I will get to where it is that I'm trying to get to with the right people around me. But unfortunately, there is not one person around me right now that is even anywhere in helping me get on track. Not one. Let's hope this roof might just be that one, hey? So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm starting to get a little bit depressed and a little bit down because it's a lot of energy for me. It's a lot of energy with the amount of tubes I've had down my throat, up my ass, in my ear, people banging things on their knees and endoscopes and doodahs and all this sort of stuff. It's a bit exhausting, and I've never had a mum holding my hand. I've never had my dad with me. I've never had the family support at hospitals and things like that. I've done it alone. I've done it alone my whole life. Apart from my foster mother, when I was 15, actually taking me to the doctors and saying, we're going through so much toilet roll and she's bleeding from her bowels and she ain't faking this. There's something wrong. There is something not right with this girl. 22 years later, they finally get diagnosed, and then I have all my paperwork come back to abuse me and my family and my kids, to put Aaron and Faith in a situation that they never ever had to be in. And I still don't know what happened. Has anyone ever put sun cream on my daughter? Or did they listen to me and not put sun cream on her? I don't know. I just hope that by the time I'm 50, and I'm 42 now, I just hope that by the time I'm 50, I get to sit around that table with my kids and the people that are in my private life. No disrespect to you guys watching. I want my mum, my dad, my uncles, my aunts. And I hope to God very, very, very soon this day is coming where a judge has to write to all of my family and apologise for defamating and persecuting and discriminating their daughter and making everybody else believe their lies too. And not only that, but the relationships that I've been in, even the posts today from Stephen of Dean's been reading them, that will sink in his head, that will gaslight him. That's what he'll be looking for. It's just the way it works. It's how they do it, isn't it? So, and one day I'm going to have my cheerlead team. And if I have to leave this planet with all my gifts and all my talents inside me that nobody ever gets to experience, and I don't get to advance in, so be it. But it's yours loss, not mine. It's the world's loss. Because I was a beacon of light. I just have a body that doesn't quite work as fast as my brain does. And people who don't understand building a platform for someone like me. But I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to get to what I'm trying to achieve in my life with sunrise, sunset, and my fucking memories in the middle. And if people keep trying to turn me into something that I'm not, something that I'm battling my own personal experiences with, it's not my career, it's not my business, it's not my life. It is my own personal battle with people and the system and the education system and work and all of them things, so someone like me can thrive. And so what if I jump out of a plane and I snap my leg? That's what casts are for. We can't live in a bubble wrap, worried that we might get injured, or we might get hurt, or we might even die. I can't live life like that, and neither can I. But I can't have people around me just because I'm impulsive and I feel like jumping in my car and driving to Scotland today. Because my kids have a better life that way. Or I might feel like going and buying some boots from Italy, and I'm going to fly all the way over to Italy to go and choose these boots because I like somebody in Italy. There's nothing wrong with that. I said something to Dean today, and we were talking about God before I go. And I said, I don't know what it is with you people. I said, has looking down at the moon not taught you something yet? That everybody thinks it's this big earth. This is it. People who've never been out from where I've been. Shall I show you my shithole? I fucking hate it. I despise it. No, that's my flat. And the only person that can change it is me. But as I have been telling people since day one, I have complex trauma. That means it damages my brain. You know. Hang on. Oi, 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 oi! We don't have dogs round here, honey. I love it. My neighbour. See, anyway, emotional intelligence, hey? Emotional intelligence. So anyway, I'm just getting a couple of things off my chest because at the end of the day, I have things I'm trying to achieve for myself as a person who's trying to deal with EDS, and I'm having to constantly justify because I haven't got these fucking documents together that mean that people can just fuck off and leave me alone, because I've got more and more and more people coming in that it's like, the only way I can explain it is I'm trying to make a soup and there's just something quite missing from this soup, and everybody comes in and they all want to stir the soup, don't they, and they all want to add to the soup, and ultimately what they're doing is they're ruining what I was trying to create. And in fact they've just fucked up everything I was trying to create. But that's right now, that's here. I got a little boy who's cool, he's fine. He's probably going to wet himself in his trousers, so I got to get him in because he's just got his pants on. And I've either got to park this car all the way over the other side or try and find somewhere around here, which is a bit of a nightmare. I can't wait until my foundations are right. I'm all over the place living like this. I can't. It's mental. I wish people understood what fundamentals foundations really are, and it's like you can't ask somebody who's not a bill payer of a home to understand the time scale and management for someone to have that job done. It's like getting a social worker who hasn't got kids to work with a mother who's got to get a schedule for her children. You know, you don't understand this shit. You don't get it. I'm sorry, but somebody who doesn't have children, yeah, doesn't know what it's like then getting your children up and getting out and getting through them days and making sure you got them intervals. They don't get that. You can't understand somebody's life through your own eyes. You can't even walk somebody else's life. What people have got to realise is you can't judge somebody, you can't make opinions on someone's life just because you think you've got an understanding of it. Just admit it. You don't know because you weren't there and you're not part of it. So you're nothing more than a gossip, really. That's what these people are, just idle gossips. That's what they are. That's what people are, just idle gossips. Oh, a couple of people didn't like that. A couple of people clicked off my live when I said that. That's what you are. You're idle gossips. If you're talking about anybody else who's not there in that room to defend themselves, you can share things out. We can put things out. Things can be portrayed for a big problem, but it's still the same. It's still the same. That's why I don't point any fingers at any particular person in what's going on. These people haven't been the people to rape or abuse me, so I don't know. We can only, as a collective, try to gather as much case studies as we can so we can try and pinpoint whether or not this is coming from a particular area. And at the end of the day, if people are getting it wrong, like this doctor that is really not happy that I'm saying that he is refusing and failing EDS people, because he is, because of his lack of understanding and education and awareness. What does it take? Does it take for things to happen to other people for them to be able to understand? But even so, you still will never understand how that person felt about it. Other mums out there that have had their kids taken, each and every single one of us have had it done in a different way. Every single one of us has reacted in a different way. Every single one of us has different traumas or different experiences. Every EDS person is different. Every police officer is different. Every social worker is different. Every GP is different. No mum is the same. Look at the mum that dragged her kid off of the protest. Love it. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Get home. Is she going to have social workers all over her for beating her son's ass? Well, I'm telling you, if I saw my kid outright in kicking up people's businesses, I'll be grabbing him by the ear and dragging him home too. I never stood for this stuff, ever. The problem is my social media is not run by me all the time, and things go out and things get posted, and that's great and that's brilliant, but people are only getting the perception of what's coming in. And I keep trying to get my social media to be lined up specifically for what the pages are, so it stops blurring and mirroring in me and mine and what I'm trying to do. So I'm the glue to my family. I'm going to go and speak to Dean now. Dean is going to have to start doing some research on EDS. He's going to start have an understanding, because I can only heal with people who understand my trauma. And if you try to convince me that it's not how it is, then I'll just shut down to you. I just shut down to you. And I can't keep shutting down to people, because I need to be building my team. But it isn't the people who think they're staying in my life. It's not, because I feel depressed and suicidal around these people. And I feel so trapped, and I can't be around people that make me feel trapped, where I can't be myself. I have to be myself, express myself, just like every single one of us has out there. I'm not here to preach, and as Stephen said, you know, I don't practice what I preach. No. That's why my book is called Mess to a Message when it originally, because this was about a mess to a message. I'm not here living in a big 5-bedroom detached house with my children all in homes and driving the car that I want and getting everything right. I'm showing you my life went fucking car crash, mate, and not for the reasons that people think, yeah? All because one doctor said EDS is the easiest condition to claim to have, and turned me into something that I wasn't, that I have had to go out there and argue my way. And because I've been gagged, I have had to talk about the bigger picture, yeah? Not me. Even if I come and I say to Boris Johnson, here's the system, here's what you want, I don't want to go and work for them for 35 years to make sure they do it. I just want to make sure that I have that service. I'm getting angry now. I've got to go. I'm getting mad. I'm getting pissed off.